While an earthly king is a male ruler of an independent state, Jesus, our King of glory, is King of kings, as he is sovereign over all earthly and spiritual rulers. He is the embodiment of God's glory, clothed in splendor, majesty, and radiance. Hebrews 1 verse 3. The Hebrew word for glory is kabod, which speaks to the weightiness of God's honor and distinction. When his kabod shows up or manifests, it activates a response of worship. All throughout Scripture and history itself, his glory can be seen. In fact, Psalm 24 verses 7 to 10 gives us a peek into some of the dimensions of our King of glory. Firstly, he is the Lord strong and mighty, which speaks of his incomparable and immense capabilities. It emphasizes his full dominion over all things and ability to carry out his will. In view of his omnipotence, we are encouraged to always trust in and pull from his strength. Ephesians 6 verse 10 encourages us to be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might, not our own. Let's abide in that dimension of our King of glory. Secondly, he is the Lord mighty in battle, which describes his strength and power, particularly in the context of warfare. It declares God to be the powerful protector and warrior, able to defeat his enemies and deliver his people. He is our great defender, rock and shield. Psalm 18 verse 2, against every scheme of the enemy, as he knows them all, while we don't. Therefore, entrusting every battle to him is wise. Knowing that the battles we face are not ours to fight, but God's, offers much consolation. However, we must recognize and be settled in our given role of simply praying, waiting, and worshiping. These are powerful weapons which we should never cease to employ as we watch God do the rest. Be assured that as long as we do whatever he commands, victory is guaranteed. Lastly, he is the Lord of hosts, which in Hebrew is Yahweh Sabaoth. This title signifies his role as commander-in-chief over all spiritual forces, and more specifically, angelic armies, wisely deploying them to execute his will and work on our behalf when we call on him. Considering all this, we must be on guard against hindrances to us experiencing all the dimensions of the King of glory. Iniquity in the form of complaining, pride, or unbelief, as well as an inconsistent prayer life or giving ear to wrong counsel, are a few ways this can happen. Do the opposite of these, and it will be well with you. Let us therefore position ourselves in the secret place of the Most High, abiding in his shadow, Psalm 91 verse 1, so we can always walk victoriously, trusting that our King who fights for us has equipped and predestined us to win. Our eternal Almighty God has already won every battle in this life and calls us into the fellowship of his glory.